got it.
And then it was on like Donkey Kong. Flash, 1 win. Calm, 1 win. And now we're moving into Fighting Spirit. And we all remember what Flash did to Jaedong on Fighting Spirit. Poor Jaedong. So hopefully Calm studied that game. He certainly studied the game that Flash played against Jaedong on Heartbreak Ridge, knew where to scout there. So I'm sure that he studied the Fighting Spirit game as well. Going to know a way to get his third gas and hold it. Some nice twitching from Flash already. You know what? I think he's just faking it. I think he's purposefully twitching. I think his eye problems ended in 2008. And since then, he's been saying, well, I have to give the people what they want. The people demand twitch and weird facial expressions, weird, awkward licking of your upper lip. So you got to give the people what they want, Flash. I have a feeling it's going to be a really good game because Calm is finally showing what he's worth, finally showing his grit, because both guys basically went for the same builds in sets 1 and 2, but still Calm came up with some way better Mutalisk micro than he had in set 1 to whittle down the turrets and the Medic Marines of Flash. He beat the turrets, had some nice timing with those Mutalisks, so see if he can carry that into this game. 4-player map, Fighting Spirit, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I am pumped for this game. Yeah, I don't think I've explained yet how I get pumped for games. Well, I should do that. Yes, before the games, before I get into this, because I'm a naturally shy person. It's hard for me to get into the commentator mode where I feel like I'm in control or I'm kind of delivering the bombast or whatever. Yes, it's excellent bombast there. But yeah, before the games, before I get started, I always listen to that Test Your Might Mortal Kombat song where it's like Mortal Kombat, and I listen to that in its entirety before the game. I kind of just sit there, dance back and forth, get ready. And yeah, I'm going to explain how I commentate too, because I don't think I've explained that either. In over a year, you still don't know how I commentate. But I know a lot of commentators have headsets, but I do not. I have an actual microphone. I'm standing here like a game show host with my microphone. So tell him what he's won. But yes, I do a lot of hand gestures with my left hand to kind of bring myself into the game, which I'm doing right now. I'm pointing towards myself, getting myself into the game. And then I stand here with my microphone. Well, sit here with my microphone like a game show host. So now you know, Mortal Kombat into game show host. That is the Nuke the Stars experience. But looks like Overlord's scouting the wrong direction. Both Overlords are going to scout the wrong direction. So not some very early scouting information for Calm. But eventually he's going to get in there. It's going to take Flash a while to scout too. There is a sign that says, can't quite read it, Last Generation Flash. Okay, there we go. Second base coming up for Calm, and it looks like Flash is throwing down his barracks. I think this is going to be the exact same build from Flash in this game that he went for in the first and second games, and pretty much all of his versus Zerg games recently. Like I said, it's a very, very versatile build. You can do a lot with it. Of course, usually it just ends off of 2 bases. Flash finds a way to end it off of 2 bases before he has to go for a third or a fourth or anything like that. So it's a very, very good build, very efficient. He's found a very efficient way to get this done. And I think that's why his versus Zerg has really, really improved. I mean, his versus Zerg has always been good. Flash's versus Zerg has always been very, very good, but nothing like it's been recently. It's just been spectacular. And I think that definitely reflects in the build. You see, not many other Terran players left. Let's look around. No other Terran players left in this OSL. So Flash's style has been the style to beat in this OSL. Throwing down the command center. Pretty much the exact same thing he did against Jaedong. Of course, Jaedong was at the 5 o'clock position on this map the last time they played. Flash was in the position he's in right now. So it's going to take a little bit longer for Calm to get over there with some Mutalisk, and once he scouts that, he might go for something else other than Mutalisk, because it's going to take him a long, long time to get in there. The turrets will probably be up in time. It's not going to be like Heartbreak Ridge, at least I don't think so, unless Flash just kind of fails at his timings. He's staying in there with that SCV, and Calm deciding he wants to press his luck. He wants to run in here and try to run by those Marines. No, he falls back. Falls back so he can get rid of that scout. And Flash did not see the lair. He did not see that lair coming up. But he's going to know the lair is going to be coming up soon. He just doesn't know if Calm was expanding at this point, and that is the important part. Looks like Flash throwing down his bunker. This is exactly what he did against Jaedong, and he was able to defend pretty easily, I have to say, in there with a few Marines just so he can block any circling run-bys. Let's get some more predictions as Flash is transferring his SCVs over to the second base. This is from R3, Z3, and D3, writes, Calm versus Shine Finals. Nice and succinct there from R3, Z3, and D3. Here we go. Vert 3x44 writes, Flash is an unstoppable force now that Stork is gone. I have to agree with that, because Stork would have definitely put Flash in his place if the two had met in the finals. But of course, Flash, if he wants to get to the finals, he's going to have to go against a very, very determined-looking Calm in this matchup. Because Calm going for the same strategy that he went for in games 1 and 2. But I don't think he's going to outrun the turrets, outrun the turret placement, the turret timing from Flash in this game. He might, because this is cross positions on a 4-player map, very large map, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. And he is throwing down his base much earlier than he did in Game 1, although this is kind of what he went for in Game 2. It's always great when players go for pretty much the same strategy against each other in a best-of series, because you can kind of see them adapting to each other, saying, okay, that didn't work, I need turrets faster this time. So Calm saying, okay, that didn't work, I need mutas a little bit faster this time, and I need to throw down a base and get prepared for a plan B. There's the engineering bay coming up, the Spire going to come up right now, and here come the Mutalisks from 2 hatcheries. Pretty early Mutalisk build yet again. This is not 3 hatch Mutalisks, this is 2 hatch Mutalisks. We're going to have the 3rd hatch soon, but I think that 3rd hatch will, I think he's just going to pump drones from that and get up that base. Flash scanning, sees the lair, sees the eggs morphing, so he knows that there are Mutalisks coming in. Oh, Calm sneaks in with some Zerglings. Oh, wow. Flash is moving out at the same time with his troop. He's going to put on the aggression, but he needs some troops at home to defend against the Zerglings. That's a lot of Zerglings inside of the main. He's going to have to fight back with SCVs for the moment. But there is a medic in there to protect the SCVs, intercepting the Mutalisk. That's not good. 1 Mutalisk goes down because Calm wasn't really paying attention to the middle. Firebat's out now, so the Firebat should be able to clean out the Zerglings in the middle. Some very on-the-edge play from Flash already. He's kind of hanging in here. Might try to push this soon. He's running back and forth. He's a little bit reluctant because he has no way, he doesn't really have any reinforcements coming in, so he's got to kind of fall back. If he gets caught next to that sunken, I think he will go down. I think Flash will go down because the mutas should be enough to rip through that with that sunken in the area. Here comes the turrets finally out for Flash. He was a little bit delayed on that, but that's just because he knew where the Mutalisks were in the middle of the map. And Flash is going to use his scan now to try to find another base. He's going to try to find that base. I just saw him scan down at the 5 o'clock. He's saying, is he being sneaky? Is he hiding something down at the 5 o'clock? But he was not, so it's going to take Flash a little bit longer to scout that 10 o'clock base coming up. Now he's throwing down turrets all over the place, going to keep calm. Oh, the second medic snipe. There's only 1 medic in now, so that's definitely not good for Flash. He's going to probably lose this troop very soon without that second medic in the area against all of these mutas. Yeah, he's coming in, doing as much damage as he can do, but still only 1 medic to protect these troops, and all the troops go down, including the medic. So Flash, he is prepared at home, though. He's building a bunch of turrets, a lot of turrets around his bases. Going to say, hey, you want to do all-in mutas again? Go for it, buddy. Here comes the factory coming up, so it looks like Flash is probably going to transition into SK Terran, get out a bunch of medic marines and a bunch of science vessels, a lot of science vessels, usually from 2 starports. But we'll see what he decides to do. He might just go in with some tanks and try to end it right now. But Calm in here, picking at... Oh, ton of damage taken to Calm. He pushed his luck a little bit too much going in there. And just picked out the supply depot a little bit. That supply depot is just there to make Zergling run-bys almost impossible. So Flash playing defensively for the time being. He's kind of put his gas mining SCVs in an awkward spot. I think that's just because one of those SCVs is just staying there instead of mining the gas. But let's see what's going on for Flash. He's just moving out with a small force. He has a couple of fire bats. Those 2 fire bats are going to definitely help him against any kind of a counterattack. I would have kept those at home inside of the bunker if I were Flash, because he's definitely not going to be able to utilize them against the mutas.